Hi everybody, we're going to be starting a new series called The Mechanics of Movement. Okay? In this series, we're going to be covering a few different things. One of which is going to be the planes of movement. So, the different directions that our bodies move. We're going to be talking about the general origin and insertion point of certain muscles, mostly the major muscle groups. And so we're not going to get super detailed here, but just going to give you a ballpark. And then the function or direction and the action of certain muscles. Okay? And if we know these different things, then we can better build a strength training program from the ground up. If we know the planes of movement, then we can know which plane that muscle is working in. If we know the origin and insertion, then we kind of have a general idea of the location of the muscle and the direction that it's going to be pulling. And then specifically, if we know the function, direction, the action, then we're going to know which movements are going to correspond to working which muscle groups. Okay? So first off, we're going to start with the planes of movement. And we'll use a little description for each one. Okay, so there are 3 planes. Okay, the first one is going to be the sagittal plane. The second is going to be the frontal or coronal plane. And then the third is going to be the transverse or the horizontal plane. And these are going to tell us the direction of movement for a particular joint, and more specifically for a particular joint. So your body can move in all of these different planes, in all 3 of these planes for different joints. So each one of these will correspond to certain joints in the sagittal plane, the frontal or the coronal plane, or the transverse or the horizontal plane. And as we go through each one of these and go through the directions and the functions of certain muscle groups, we'll kind of identify which movements are in which plane of movement. That's all we're going to do in this video. In our next video, we're going to talk about each plane specifically in terms of what they are and how they relate to our body. Thank you all. Have a great day.